would like to extend a very warm welcome to Principal Secretary, Sports and Youth Services, Government of Odisha, Shri Vishal Dev. He has joined us. And also we have Chairman, Odisha State Hockey Promotion Council, former India hockey captain, Shri Dilip Tirkey. They have joined us. So a very warm welcome to both of you. Boys and girls, students, His Excellency Ambassador of France to India, Mr. Emmanuel Lenain, has arrived. On behalf of XEBS and XAVIER, extend a very warm welcome to him and take this opportunity to invite him onto the stage along with our other esteemed dignitaries, Consul General, Consulate General of France in Calcutta, Mrs. Virginie Corteval, Principal Secretary, Sports and Youth Services, Government of Odisha, Mr. Vishal Dev, Chairman, Odisha State Hockey Promotion Council and former India hockey captain, Mr. Dilip Tirkey, Vice Chancellor, Xavier University, Dr. Father Anthony Aruveri, SJ, XEBS Chairman and India Head India Business School, Mr. Ashley Fernandez, and Dean, XEBS, Professor Arun Kumar Paul. So a very, very warm welcome to all our esteemed dignitaries on dais. Of course, as is the customary practice, we would like to welcome His Excellency and all other esteemed dignitaries on dais with bouquets. So I'll request that's how we traditionally welcome our guests. Thank you so much. I'll request our guests to please settle down. The Nobel laureate Anatole Thébault, who used the pseudonym Anatole France, had once said, "To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. Dreams and action, plans and belief. An outcome of it all is why we are here today for the launch of the first ever Indo-French dual degree in sports management of the XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence in Sports Management. I, Diksha Tiwari, Senior Manager Operations XEBS, welcome all of you to witness this launch today, a beautiful step in the direction of strengthening of the Indo-French ties. May I now request XEBS Chairman, Mr. Ashley Fernandez, to present the welcome address.
Votre Excellence, dear Vishal, chère Madame la Consul, dear Father Tony, dear Dilip, dear Arun, distinguished board members, dear friends, welcome to the launch of the first Indo-French dual degree in sports industry management by XEBS Center of Excellence in Sports Management. This MBA-MSc degree by XUB and EMLYON is rooted in the incredibly vibrant sport ecosystem of Odisha, the capital of sports in India. It is also linked to the global EMLYON Business School network that has 3 campuses in France, one in Morocco and one in Shanghai. Sport industry management is a full-fledged management program because sports today is about tourism, entertainment, wellness, event management, technology. To succeed, one needs to be fluent in finance, digital marketing, data analytics, branding, CSR, etc. So this 2-year dual degree multi-campus program encapsulates the best on offer at one of the premier institutions in India and one of the top 20B schools in Europe. World-class faculty, true global exposure, corporate industry connect are the main drivers of this unique program that will start here in Bhubaneswar and continue in Paris. The learning by doing and the doing to learn will also be a core component of the pedagogy of this that will be deployed, and our ultimate goal is employability. For that matter, EMLYON is ranked second in France and in the top 50 in the world as per global employability. Diversity is a given. Inclusion is a choice. And that's the choice we've made. And we want this world-class program to be accessible, and thanks to the Ahluwalia Group, scholarships will be available. But all this would not have been possible without the unwavering support of the government of Odisha. And I will never be able to thank them enough for that. Another important stakeholder that I want to acknowledge is XUB. My immense gratitude to all those management, faculty, and staff that have made this possible. Last but not least, the staff at XEBS, and in particular, Diksha Tiwari. But before I conclude, because Emilia asked me to keep it sweet and short, allow me to share the words of my favorite French poet, René Char. Impose ta chance, serre ton bonheur, va vers ton risque. À te regarder, ils s'habitueront. And for those of you who don't speak French yet, impose your luck, embrace your happiness, march towards your risk. Watching you, they'll get used to it. These words have carried me throughout this journey. They are the words of passion, determination, and resilience, virtues that are needed in sports, in a work project, or in any walks of life. Thank you very much.
All right, but before we proceed, I would want His Excellency to take a look at a video. We had started, 2020, before, of course, pandemic hit us, with a bang, with a festival that was all about entrepreneurship, innovation, and inclusion. So I would want His Excellency and all other esteemed dignitaries to take a look at that. Sport IT 2020, boys and girls, for you. Well, so that was how we had begun 2020, and after this video, I can only say that the journey has just begun. Well, it's an honor for XEBS and the Xavier University, that is Excellency Ambassador of France to India, Mr. Emmanuel Lenain, is here with us today at this wonderful XAVIER auditorium for the launch of the dual degree program. As a token of appreciation from the entire Xavier family, could I now request Vice Chancellor Xavier University, Dr. Father Anthony R. EMSc, to felicitate His Excellency, the Ambassador of France to India. Thank you. Well, as you all would be aware that Odisha is today reckoned as the sports capital of India. And we have Amit Sas, Principal Secretary, Sports and Youth Services, Government of Odisha, Shri Vishal Dev, who has contributed immensely for this state to earn this prestigious tag. It will be an honor for me to now request him to address this gathering.
Ambassador Lenain, Shri Dilip Tirkey, Father Tony, Mr. Ashley Fernandez, Virginie Corteval, Professor Paul, distinguished dignitaries, officials from XIM Bhubaneswar, Xavier University, Bhubaneswar, XEBS, and my colleagues from the Department of Sports and Youth Services, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you all. I am delighted to be here with you on an occasion which I think we can all term as momentous. During the last decade, Odisha has made enormous strides in developing itself into a sports and educational hub in the country. In sports, with its world-class infrastructure and impeccable execution of sporting events across disciplines, it has left an indelible mark globally. And in November 2018, under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik, we embarked on a mission to go beyond infrastructure and events and curate a unique sports model of high-performance centers in the country that would benefit sports and sports persons alike. Today, Odisha has an enviable bouquet of high-performance centers in partnership with internationally acclaimed sports persons and corporates of India. And on occasions such as today, we look back with pride at the path that we have traveled so far. Unique amongst them has been the XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence in Sports Management, our collaboration with France through Emilia Business School, Xavier University and the KJS Ahluwalia Group. It has proved enriching and immensely beneficial for our students who come from different sports domains. The certificate program has been widely appreciated and motivated us to take our close and ambitious partnership further. Our shared vision for supporting and imparting quality education has been one of the key drivers for this initiative. The launch of the Dual Degree Masters program today is yet another milestone in our sporting journey, and this collaborative endeavor will go a long way in boosting our rich and vibrant sports ecosystem and further the existing educational ties between the two countries. By working in conjunction through this program, we can empower our students to gain meaningful and diverse learning opportunities within India and France, and equip them to build a strong career trajectory in a field they are truly passionate and facilitate the exchange of culture amongst young professionals. Further, the association with legendary Tony Parker and his academy, as well as Decathlon India, we foresee the XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence creating a legacy in sports management and over the years shaping Odisha's sporting, education and cultural ties with France. On behalf of the Government of Odisha, I take this opportunity to thank you for being here today and applaud all who, despite the unprecedented pandemic and setbacks, relentlessly strive to take this cherished collaboration to greater heights. I wish the very best and look forward to our journey together. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words of encouragement and appreciation. Well, boys and girls, the moment has arrived. It's now time to launch the Indo-French dual degree master's program in sports industry management of the XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence in Sports Management. May I request His Excellency and other esteemed dignitaries on dais to do the honors and unveil the program. Yes, please, sir. Please, sir. All right, that marks the new beginning. Thank you so much, His Excellency and all other esteemed dignitaries. Well, Plato had said that the beginning is the most important part of the work. And trust me, we could not have asked for a better beginning. Today, as we mark the launch of the dual degree program, we are also signing letter of intent with Tony Parker Adequate Academy and Decathlon India to collaborate and work in the larger interest of students. And though not physically present here, we have a video from none other than Tony Parker, French basketball legend who won 4 NBA titles with Saint Antioch Spurs, with which he played 17 seasons. And along with him, we also have a video from Steve Dykes, CEO, Decathlon India. So let's take a look at the videos.
Namaste. At the Tony Parker Adequate Academy, we have created a concept mixing passion, studies, and employment. We allow young, passionate people to build their life project with the promise of a job at the completion of their studies. I believe we have a lot in common between the Academy and the XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence in Sports Management. We share common grounds and the same values of innovation, inclusion, and entrepreneurship, which is why I firmly believe there is a lot we can do together while furthering the Indo-French ties. This partnership will give the Academy a great opportunity to explore the vibrant sports ecosystem of India. My team and I are truly looking forward to working together. See you soon.
So that was the letter of intent from the Tony Parker, and then we have Steve Dykes.
Hello everybody, it's Steve here, the CEO of Decathlon in India. Sorry I couldn't make it there today, and I hope the visit goes really well. We're really honoured and proud that one of the institutions that we just started to work with, the French ambassador, chooses to visit. We've done a lot of work with the French embassy over the last few years, and we hope to continue this collaboration going forward. We're really impressed by the work of the Xavier-EMLYON Business School in Odisha to make such a vibrant sport ecosystem. This is our goal, to make sports accessible to the many in India. The letter of intent that we've recently signed is a firm statement
with the students, that we want to collaborate together, and we hope to work on various activities such as sports events, internships, and sports education. I myself will be taking part in an exchange with the students this week. Anyway, I hope the visit goes really well, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.
So that was the two associations, and technology makes life so much easier. The letters of intent, you just saw that they were signed here, and we have them here with us. So I now request the chairman of XEBS to sign the letter of intent on behalf of the XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence in Sports Management, and mark the beginning of a new relationship with Tony Parker Adequate Academy and Decathlon India. And what a wonderful way we are doing this in presence of His Excellency, the Ambassador of France to India, Mr. Emmanuel Lenain. So like I had said before, that we couldn't have asked for a better beginning. Thank you. Of course, the pictures are very important. You can just not miss that. Well, I would like to thank the chairman for doing the honors. Well, boys and girls, we are really privileged that we have with us today His Excellency, Ambassador of France to India, Mr. Emmanuel Lenain. He started his diplomatic career in 1997 when he took part in the peace negotiation in Kosovo. He has served in the US, in China, held key positions like the diplomatic advisor to Prime Minister of France. As part of the bilateral cooperation between the two countries, his focus has been France's strong commitment in education, smart city, and renewable energy projects in India. It will be now my honor to request His Excellency to address our students on the occasion of the launch of the Indo-French dual degree master's program in sports industry management.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary, Father Anthony, Mr. Fernandez, and dear friends. I'm really delighted to be here with you today, and wanted to make this visit. And it's my first trip to Odisha. It's said that Odisha is India's best kept secret, and it's really a wonderful land, and I wanted to come as a priority as soon as COVID starts receding, which I hope it's what we are witnessing right now. So today I came with our Consul General in Calcutta, Ms. Corteval, who already knows the city very well and knows also this famous school. She's been here a year ago, I guess. We know that it's a school of excellence, and that it's totally in keeping with the standards of Jesuits education. and that we really recognize and admire. And I came also with Emilia, who is in charge of all our alumni programs, and we will make sure that your school and your network of students is really in the picture, and that they can find some good connection for their future lives and career with fellow alumni, and also with French companies. Because what you're doing and what we're launching in sport today is a wonderful opportunity, I must say. I'm really thrilled. I think it's the launching of this dual degree within how do you spell it? XEBS? Yeah, XEBS Ahluwalia Center of Excellence for Sports Management is a great one. My knowledge about the excellence of Odisha in sport is very recent, but since yesterday I've heard a lot about the famous champions that have been nurtured in the state. I've heard about such marvelous athletes as your former hockey captain Dilip Tirkey, as the runner D.P. Chan, and also as the chess master, which if you consider chess as a sport, which I do, and I met yesterday evening Padmini Root. I mean, these are wonderful examples, and I think this, by creating such an ecosystem, as we say, all of those who join this center going to find wonderful opportunities, wonderful careers. You teamed up with a great school, EM-Lyon, which I need no introduction. I mean, it's been a partner for years, but it's one of the greatest business schools, not only in France, in the world. And as you know, our business school top all the rankings, and EM-Lyon is an amazing school, and also you have a lot of French companies involved. I mean, we've seen obviously Decathlon. Decathlon is one of the most successful companies in India these days, and I'm sure that all of those who will be working in this area will find some support and maybe some careers within Decathlon, which is a great company also. So that being said, I don't want to be too long. My priority is to maybe have some discussion with you. So I will stop there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to His Excellency Dimitris. We would now be happy if His Excellency the Master of France for India, Mr. Emmanuel Lenain, gets a chance to interact with students as well, and it's now an informal exercise, of course. We'll request him, along with the dignitaries, to proceed for an interaction with the students. Thank you. Thank you once again to everyone. And let's have a big round of applause. I mean, we created history here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Okay, can you hear me? Well, to start with, I must say that I'm impressed. That's the most elegant assembly of students I've ever seen in my life. And I think it's a good display of discipline and commitment and also preparedness for future business life. So congratulations to all of you. Okay, let's start.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ruchi Shetty from XIM batch 2022. Hello, sir. So my question is for you. So as slowly but surely the world is moving towards more renewable energy options, so I just want to know how you see India and specifically Odisha as a potential destination for sustainable projects.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's really obviously one of the main area for cooperation between our countries, and one of the main, obviously, point of concern as we are approaching the 5th anniversary of the Paris Climate Agreement. I mean, we see that the world's commitment are not where they should be, and that we are really not reaching the target. But some countries are faring pretty well, and India has done an amazing effort over the last few years to boost renewable energy. I mean, it's number one worldwide in terms of new capacity, and this is a real effort. I'm proud to say that French companies have played a significant role in this move. I mean, if you have a look to the capacity right now in India, roughly 10% have been put in place by French companies, such as EDF, NG, and a few others. Will that solve the problem? No. Should we do it? Yes. But as you know, for renewable, you have clear limitation in terms of availability. Meaning we can't store right now. If you take, for example, solar energy. I mean, if you have only, it's the only source of energy you have. Well, if you need to run some electricity during the night when you've got no sun, you can't do it. So, which means we all of our countries these days need some core energy for their energy mix, and right now the policy is try to move out from coal, which was for most of our countries originally the core of the energy mix, and to move to energies which are less polluting. It can be natural gas. It can be we feel in France, but there's a debate about that in certain countries, that nuclear is a good and non-polluting energy if we take properly care of the waste. But you have to find solution. Odisha, you asked me, Odisha obviously for renewable is very well positioned. I mean, we discussed that yesterday with your government here, and you have wonderful resources. Obviously, hydropower is going to be very strong in the coming years. Wind energy is going to be strong also, and obviously this state has a lot of sun, so I think you're very well positioned. But again, the real challenge is to develop this energy without compromising on the core of your energy mix, and then when you also have in this state some large capacity to refine oil, for example, and the challenge in the coming years will be to make sure that this energy are not polluting, that we have state-of-the-art factories to refine oil and to deal with the polluting industries. So it's really twofold, but I think your state is very well positioned. Well, you're a student? Yeah, well, it depends. When do you go to sportsman? Because I guess that some of you are national athletes, but yeah, I love sports. Okay, well done. Congratulations, sir. Yeah, but I've been doing sport all my life, and I couldn't stop doing sport. Yes?
Good morning, His Excellency and respected dignitaries. I wanted to ask, while looking for investments in India, what kind of smart projects does French government look for?
Can you say again? Because with the mask.
Yes. Sorry.
You can remove 1 second.
His Excellency, I was asking, like, while looking for investments, what kind of smart projects does French government look for while looking for investment?
So you want to know in which sector French companies are willing to invest in India?
While the addressal was coming, it was elucidated that the French government was looking to invest in a lot of smart projects, like smart city projects, renewables. So, sir, I wanted to further understand, like, what kind of projects do.
Well, first, my country is very optimistic about the prospect, very confident about India, about the country, the fact that it's going to be a democracy for the next decades, that it's a strong rule of law, and that it's going to have a strong growth, and that it's going to be a great partner. So that's on the macro picture, there's no doubt about that, and which means it's translated into strong investment. Right now, you have more than 1,000 French companies in India, and providing something like 350,000 jobs, and it's going to increase. But where is it going to increase? Well, obviously, we have some great partnership in technology, in defense. You've seen the Rafale, the plane coming, and this is going to remain very strong. But what is going to pick up very fast, I would say, all the IT, cyber, digital. I mean, companies right now like Capgemini, 150,000 employees in India. It's going to be stronger and stronger because you have here, as you know, great engineers, great talent in maths, and so there's a lot of interest, and it's going to develop. Smart cities, yes. I mean, we're all aware of the challenge that we are facing in India in the next 2-3 decades. I mean, there will be maybe 300-400 million new urban dwellers in India in the next 2 to 3 decades. It's massive, and it's not a question to know if it will happen. It will happen. I mean, any developed country has a city population between let's say 70 and 80% of its global population. So there might be some unexpected thing in the pace, but really the end point is totally clear. So the challenge is to make sure that this new population will live in good conditions. I mean that our cities are going to be livable, which means it will require a lot of collective intelligence, a lot of technologies, a lot of, we need smart transportation, public transportation. We need smart grids. We need to be more efficient. We need water sanitation capacity. We need a lot of things. And this, I'm happy to say, is where many French companies are world leaders. I mean, if you, I was speaking about water sanitation, take Veolia, take Suez, smart grids, energy efficiency, Schneider, EDF, Engie, smart transportation, Alstom, Aegis, and others. It's really something that we're going to boost, and we're going to, my government is going to also to help by providing some expertise and some funding through the French Development Agency. Just to give you an idea, among all the countries of the planet, India is #1 for allocation of funding from French Development Agency. India is the priority. Roughly every year they would allocate between 300 and 400 million euros, and that's also something we've been discussing yesterday with the government, because in our team there was the head of the French Development Agency just to discuss new project here in Odisha. So you can be pretty hopeful there will be a good investment in the coming years.
Thank you, His Excellency.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the dignitaries. My name is Sushant Jha from XIM BM batch of 2022. My question is open to all, and it's that as we are slowly moving out of the pandemic, what actions have been already taken or being planned by the French government to increase the student and cultural exchange with India?
Well, one of the sad things of this COVID crisis is that it has really stopped some flow of students to France. As you may know, we were on a great trajectory. I mean, we want more students from India in France, in our schools, in our universities, because we feel that you're great, you're a great asset, you have a good spirit, you're knowledgeable, and it's good also for our students to interact with you. And we think also that over the years is the best investment we can do in common understanding between our countries, that when you will be back to India, you will know also about our country, you will you will be willing to launch some new cooperations and do a few things, and this is win-win for everybody. So we're committed. So then what's happened? COVID has made life very tough, but we've done everything it takes to make it less painful. We were the first country to reopen in August last year, to reopen the visa for students from India. So all in all, we managed last year to have 3,000 students from India going to France. It's not what it was. I mean, it was supposed to be 10,000, but still. And you can be sure, and you can start already planning that as soon as we're back to a certain normalcy, and our schools, our universities are working very hard to sanitize, to have the right procedure, we will open. So you can start planning. And I'm pretty confident that the next year, so starting in September, will be pretty normal in our school and universities. And those of you who will be willing to come will be able to do so.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. There's one more element I should have mentioned. If you want to go to France and you're bright and you deserve it, don't bother if you don't speak French. It's okay. You can still go. You can do most of the curriculum in France without speaking French. Most are English. Actually, for business schools, it's close to 100%. But also for engineers and for many curriculum, I'm not worried. Obviously, I would prefer you to speak French before you leave. But I know that even if you don't, you're going to learn French on site in France, because you're going to have French friends in France. You want to mingle with them. You want to spend vacation, to party. Maybe you will have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, which is also a good way to learn a foreign language. So I'm not worried. Second, if you think you don't have money to do it, don't worry. I mean, French schools, universities, they are not cheap. They are not very expensive also. I mean, if you compare to education in the US, UK, Australia, which are important destinations for Indian students, it's relatively cheap in France. Not because it doesn't cost a lot, because we have very good laboratories, we have very good facilities, and we have an outstanding academic level. Which means good teacher. I mean, if you have a look to the top, to the Nobel Prizes, to the Fields Medal, we have had an incredible number within French universities and laboratories, more than 60 Nobel Prizes, more than 15 Fields Medal, which is as much as the US. So why is it cheaper in France? It's because you only pay 1/3 of the real cost. 2/3 are paid by the French taxpayers. But still, if this 1/3 is still too much, you know that you can get a scholarship if you deserve it. There are a lot of scholarships, either funded by the government or by private initiatives, so it shouldn't be a problem. Language, money shouldn't be a problem. Just work hard and keep strong, and you will make it. It's okay? Okay, well, good. I hope so. I mean, among all of you, who is planning to go to France one day? Oh, yeah. Vacation or studying? Okay. Well, great.